everyone, and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is the Blue Collar Wine Show, where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. Summer is coming, and people are going to be barbecuing. They're going to have friends over, so I'm looking at a few of the barbecue wines. What wines would you bring to have with your barbecue? Whether it's friends that you don't want to spend a lot of money on, or friends that you might want to spend a little bit of money on when they come over for a barbecue. We're talking Barbera here, northern Italy. Barbera, the workhorse of northern Italy. Kermit Lynch, a very famous importer. A lot of you guys probably know Kermit Lynch. He told me one time he was up in northern Italy. He was checking out wineries because he likes to import Italian and French wines. And he would have dinner with these winemakers. And he said none of them broke out the Barolo or the Barbaresco. It was either Dolcetto or Barbera. And in most cases it was Barbera. The Italians know how to make food wine. They're big food people, and the winemakers like to make wines that go with food. So you get a little bit more acid, a little bit more rusticity to these wines, and they really do need food. I would say in most cases, most Italian wines are not cocktail wines. In other words, you wouldn't just sit down watching a movie, pour them and drink them. Now, I might do that because, you know, I'm kind of a weirdo that way. And I have a few weirdo friends that would love to pour a acidic, rusty wine. But, just saying, if you're going to have a barbecue, you're doing steaks, ribs, barbecue chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, I think Barbera is a good place. So we're going to get started right away. And we're going from budget wine to maybe a little bit more special friends. This is a Canteen Povero, 2018 Barbera d'Asti, Contrada Meisha. I think that's how it is. Contrada Meisha. I can't kind of read that font very well. Anyway, this rolls in at $10. There you go. So $10, you know, good value wine. You're having a bunch of friends over. You might not want to spend too much money on a Barbera, so you're going to go with the cheaper wine. You got friends over, you're not sure what they like. These are guys that put ice cubes in their red wine. Just saying, nothing wrong with that. But you know what I'm saying. You get the drift, right? Let's see what we get on the note. Well, first of all, let's look at the color. So this is you can almost see through this. It reminds me a little bit of a Pinot Noir on steroids. A little darker than a Pinot, but it's red, dark red. Let's see what we get on the nose. Get strawberry. A little bit of earth coming through on this one. Strawberries and cherries. Very perfumed on the nose. Let's see what we get on the palate. I love it. Sweet tannins. That rust is there. Strawberries. Cherry. The acidity is nicely integrated. It's there, making this a great food wine. I'm telling you, I'm drinking it straight up, no food. I wish I had some food here right now because that would change this just a little bit, but it has every element that you're looking for in a red wine to go with food, to go with hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue chicken, all that. Sweet tannins, a little bit of rust, cherries, strawberries. Gets a little fatness on the mid palate, then goes into that kind of rustic sort of finish. I mean, for $10, you want a nice wine to just throw out on the picnic table and have with your food. This is perfect. Good spaghetti wine too, as well, or lasagna, absolutely. But I think it's great. Alcohol percentage is 13, so it's lower in alcohol. Now this says Barbera d'Asti. I think I have a Barbera d'Alba here. When it says d'Asti, it means it comes from the area of Asti, which is a town in northern Italy, and then Alba is from the area of Alba, which is also a town in Italy. Northern Italy is most famous for Barolo, Barbaresco. Like I said, this is a workhorse. This is what the Italians drink when they sit down with their meal. Barbera. Good stuff. The earth is coming through on the backside too. Nice little red flower hit in the mid palate. I'm going to go straight up B- on that. I think for $10 it's a solid wine. And it's a good play. Let's move on. The 2018 Fontana Fredda Bricotondo Barbera Piedmont. So it does not have a specific area it comes from. It's sourced from all of Piedmont. $13. Average price. I think you might be able to get it for less. There you go. Got a little rinse here. So Barbera is a grape. When you're talking Barolo Barbaresco, when you're talking, let's get a comment. When we say Barolo Barbaresco, I've done a few episodes on those. What grape do they use in Barolo and Barbaresco? Make a comment. I know a lot of you know. I just it's kind of fun to get the comments. I love it. Okay. Color darker than the first one for sure. Yeah, very dark. You can still see through it, not as easily as the first one. Let's see what we get on those. A little stink action. I like it. Black olives, I get perfumed as well. Red flowers, almost a darker flower. Tobacco, earth. Cherries, dark cherries with a little strawberry underneath. Let's see what we get on the palate. This is a 10 in the delicious category. A delicious wine. Now I talk about food wines. This is a food wine, but I'm also saying you could drink, most of you guys could drink this by itself without any food. Just saying. There's a sweetness to the tannins. I'm curious about the alcohol in this. 13.5. Sweetness to the tannins. Dark cherry, strawberry underneath. Earth, rust, but it's also well integrated. It's one of those, like I said, it's a very delicious wine. Very focused, really. But what really makes it a Northern Italian red is that rust that comes through on the finish. You really get that. I like this wine. The sweetness of the tannins hits a little harder on the mid palate, but then it finishes. This is by far no fruit-forward wine at all, but it has those sweet tannins, that smooth integration of all of the elements, the acid, the fruit, the tannins. Really, really nice wine. I'm going to go BB plus on this. I like it a lot. I think it's a solid wine. $13. I think you can get it for less. Check it out at King's. In a couple weeks, you'll see what you can get it for. Just saying. Now we're stepping it up. You're having friends over that are serious wine drinkers, and you want to, you just know they're going to really appreciate this. They're not going to put ice cubes in it. This is the 2017 Odero Barbera d'Alba Superior. It rolls in at $25. Went to Odero last year when we were in Northern Italy, Susie and I. Really enjoyed it. They were very, very hospitable. Gave us a tour of the winery. We tried their wines. Really loved it. Color on this. Just a crap ton darker than the other two. Okay, saying. Isabella gave us a tour. She was super sweet. Part of the Odero family. Really nice lady. We contacted her when the COVID-19 was hitting up there, and yeah, they were okay. Her dad got it, but he survived. I mean, he's an older dude, but he survived, and her mom survived. 14.5 alcohol, so a little bit higher. I think she told us that 17 was a warmer vintage. Oh. Okay. Now we're stepping it up. We've got licorice, we've got tobacco, we have earth. Dark cherries, currants, dark red flowers. Getting a violet thing as well. You realize how hard it is for me to not say coming through. These elements are coming through. I'm trying to break that habit. I think I mentioned it a couple of episodes ago. I just really don't like to say that all the time. Very perfumed on the nose. These are great aromatics on this. Let's see what we get on the palate. So this is $12 more in wine? Absolutely. Are you going to share this with a bunch of friends? No. But if you're having some serious wine drinkers over for dinner, for a barbecue, break this puppy out. Very impressive. Very, very complex. Very deep. There's a lot of stuff going on in this wine. Black olive, tobacco, currants, dark cherries, earth, forest floor, a little bit of white pepper on the back side of the finish. There's a little wood on it as well. Nice, almost a rose petal violet hit on the mid palate into the finish where rust takes over. That rustiness. I love that rustiness. And it's not a wine that you would sit, like I said, on the couch watching your favorite movie. No way. But yes, steaks, hamburgers, steaks, ribs, any of that would be perfect. This would also go good with barbecue chicken because the tannins are heavy. They're there, but they're not heavy. I'm going to go straight up A on that. I think it's solid wine. It will age easily 5 to 6 years. 5 to 8 years. Let's say 5 to 8 years. Got a lot of guts going on in it. Thanks for taking a little time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Getting more and more subscribers. I really, really am appreciating that. Thank you very much. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.